Good afternoon, Spring Valley parents and guardians, Spring Valley community. Happy Friday. This is your principal's message for the week. If you didn't notice this morning, there was some delicious coffee being served in the drop-off line here at Spring Valley. And we'd like to give a big shout out to all of our student leadership and our advisors, Mrs. Fontanilla and Mrs. Bourdon. Thank you to everybody that bought a cup of coffee. We raised a good chunk of money. We're going to do this on a monthly basis. And this is all going towards the events and activities that we're planning around school. You're going to start to see some of those things pop up and see your money at work. Plus, you get to drink some delicious coffee. But our kids did a great job, and we like them getting out there, getting their hands dirty, and doing the good work. So thank you all. Unfortunately, we've had to cancel the last couple of games for volleyball and football because of the heat and smoke, just keeping everybody safe. We are very optimistic. Next week we're going to have a game. We are going to resume practices on Tuesday, and we'll be back into the swing of things. It's supposed to cool down next week, but we are monitoring. We've had buildings open at lunch and recess. We are going to put some cups in the food serving room for students that maybe forget a water bottle or don't take a milk. We want kids to hydrate, so we're monitoring all of that, but it is supposed to cool down next week, and we're really excited about that. We are having our Jogathon here pretty soon on September 22nd. So those envelopes, those donation envelopes, are going to go home next week. They're being distributed to the teachers. They were distributed today. They basically have a sign-up sheet for people to be sponsors for your child in doing the Jogathon. So we'd like as much participation as possible. 100% of those proceeds through the PTC are going to go straight to your student's classroom. And so that would go towards field trips, that would go towards project supplies. It's to enhance your child's experience in their specific classroom. So if they raise it for one teacher, it's not going into a different pot. So we really want you to push to get some of those sponsorships, and we appreciate you doing that. On Monday, we are going to remember September 11th for Patriots Day. We'd like all students to wear red, white, and blue. I'll be out there talking to all of our students Monday morning. So if you can have them dressed up, and we want to celebrate our country and the resilience of our country and its citizens. So help us to celebrate by getting them ready. Spring Valley will be hosting a dance at Minarets on September 23rd from 8 p.m. to from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for all 6th through 8th graders, so we hope that you can attend. Please check your Parent Square for a message about income verification forms. Now, what those are is basically it's just asking you to fill out what your income is. It's totally secure and private. It doesn't get shared with anybody outside the personnel that works on it, and that's only one person. So that is tied to our school funding. And we know that a lot of people don't qualify, but we'd like as many people to fill those out as possible because that is tied to school supplemental funding, and we could get some more funding to do some more things at Spring Valley. And so we highly encourage people. We ask that you fill those out so that we can increase those numbers if those numbers are there. So we thank you for doing that, and we appreciate it. So as mentioned before, we are focusing on project-based learning, and we're doing training in that. And in addition to our focus on reading and math and working in teams to look at data, we are focusing on project-based learning. And we are actually going to do a big launch here pretty soon called the Egg Drop Challenge. We are working as a staff to align our standards and skills that we're teaching to a project called the Egg Drop Challenge, all the way from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. With increasing complexity and variations as they get older, we are going to do a competition school-wide, dropping an egg from a fire truck, and we want our students to be involved in building prototypes, getting their hands on it, working with the teachers. The fun part of it is the teachers are taking stuff that they're already teaching and customizing and designing a project that aligns with the Egg Drop Challenge. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's our way of saying we're going to continue to push project-based learning so our kids are doing really cool things and developing skills. So more to come on that, but you're going to see some really cool stuff. There's a few other positive surprises coming in the next couple weeks. doing great things for kids, doing big things for kids. We just thank you for your continued participation. It's been a great start to the school year. We hope that everybody has a great weekend, and as next week cools down, we're excited for that, and we're ready to go. So, warrior heart, warrior spirit, warrior mind, go Warriors.